Hello and welcome to my craft room. So let's take two because I don't think I did it right the first time. So I'm trying out this new streaming platform called Restream. Um, and it's allowing me to stream to both Facebook Live and YouTube at the same time without having to look at two different screens. Um, so I told you guys that I was able to join a card swap. So with the card swap is it's basically an event where you make sets of cards. Each set for this particular swap, each set is a set of 11. You mail them to or I mean if you're within, being able to join in person, you can do it in person also. This particular one was in Minnesota, so it's not really in person for me. um so anyway, so I mailed my sets in. I made two sets of 11, and you mail them in, and they get all the card swaps, and they um basically give you 10 cards back for each set that you submit. So you get 11 cards because so one card stays with the swap mom, and you know she deserves them for doing all the work, right? I mean, it's a lot of work. And then, so you get 10 cards back. So I mailed in two sets. So I got two sets of 10 back. One of the cards in one of the sets was actually one of mine because of the participation. So I ended up getting one of my cards back, which was totally fine because I really liked that card anyway. Ironically, it's the card that I did the video on. And the reason I did the video on it was because I didn't have time to do that extra card for myself for that swap, like I did the first set. So great, because now I have two of those cards, which is fine because I really loved that card anyway. So I wanted to share my swaps with you, and I am going to let's try to figure this out. So if you are watching on either Facebook or YouTube, leave me a comment. I have no idea right now where I'm going to see those comments, but I'll look for them. And let me just see if I can. Nope. I think it's right there. So I don't know if you're there, if you're here and you're watching, then just leave me a comment so I know you're here. And if you're watching, if the video is really good and I leave it, posted, because I think I've deleted more of them that I've that I've kept up there because they were messy. So if it's good and I leave it up there and you're able to watch this, the replay, leave me a comment and let me know that you watched the replay. It would be, kind of nice to get your feedback on these videos on either platform, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. Leave me a comment and just let me know. So let me switch down to the desk cam. And when I switch down to the desk cam, the cards are all over my desk because, like I said, this is take two. So I just went through this entire video, and I went over to YouTube and to Facebook to watch them to make sure that they were okay, and they weren't. They weren't there. So I don't know what I did wrong. Anyway, let me just switch to the desk cam. Boom. Look at all of these cards. Yay! These are beautiful cards. So they're they're a mess, and I'm going to leave them that way, and I'm going to organize them as we're looking at them. So I'm going to, show you. I kept them in order so I can tell you who they're from too. So this one is from CJ Hart. And so this one is And I don't know what a lot of these stamp sets are or dies are because I'm maybe not, I don't have them. And or they weren't a set that was one that I want. You know, I'm trying to build my inventory of stamps, so I'm trying to get the ones that I think are really like versatile or, you know, I like florals. I'm not gonna lie, I like florals and I like beachy kind of stuff. So anything that had those two themes really had my heart. So this one I'm assuming is there's an autumn stamp set called Changing Leaves. I don't know if that's what this one is from or not. Do I have my no, I think I think the Changing Leaves is an online exclusive. So but this one anyway was done with some, it looks like blending or watercoloring on the leaves. So that was really pretty there. All right. This one in here. And then this one is also from CJ Hart. This one is the same thing. So this is that watercoloring here. And I was looking at this in the last video that I did that didn't appear to show up anywhere. I thought this was designer series paper, but after looking at it, this little panel from here to here, this is actually glued onto the top of this card here. So she actually did watercolor painting on that to make like her own designer paper, her own patterned paper. Very cool. So that's CJ Hart. She is according to her card, she is a mixed media artist. There's that. This is the one that I did. That's the one. There's a video for that. There's this one here, which I think is the only one I did put back in the. This one is from Rose Carey. This is using that Changing Leaves bundle because this is the embossing folder behind here. The Changing Leaves embossing folder is a hybrid embossing folder, and that's where you have the dies that you can cut out certain elements in that embossing folder with the dies. This sentiment is from I think it's called the More Than Autumn, and that was actually die cut right out of the Glimmer paper. So this is a fun fold card also. So this card opens like this. It opens like this. How fun is that? With more surprise in here. And then it opens like that. Very cute. There's a little bit of adhesive on there. I'll have to get that off so it doesn't stick. Beautiful. Very fun. I will have to do a fun fold like that. I will say this card is very thick. This card is very thick. There's a lot of layers going on there. In addition to so there's, with all of the layers, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 layers just of cardstock, never mind all of the additional, 11, I forgot about this designer series paper, not to mention all of the added elements from there. This card is very thick. This would probably cost a little extra money to put in the mail, but I mean, this was one of these cards. This was one of my favorites, because it's a fun fold and I like fun folds, but also because it looks like this card must have taken her forever to do. So this one is from Luann Peterson. This is using, again, I don't know all of them. This is something about daisies or something, some die set with the daisies. This is the Country Woods paper here. Looks like maybe crumb cake and early espresso. Cardstock here is old olive. And I'm not sure what color that is. That may be, I don't know. Do I have a color that looks like that? Nope, I do not. So I'm not sure what that color is. Mossy Meadow, maybe? Which I did order. So I am waiting for my order to come in. Super fun. Little stamp on the inside. So that is, again, that one's by Luann Peterson. And all of the cards, like when you do your swaps, they all have to go in clear envelopes. A, it keeps them protected, and B, so that you can the woman who's the person who's running the card swap can make sure that you followed all of the rules of the card swap without having to take all of the cards out. So this one is by Luann Peterson also. This one has a layer of, so this is on basic black, and it's got a layer of that glimmer paper. Beautiful. And then another layer of black. And then this is actually the watercolor paper. And she did this is a Spotlight on Nature, a stamp from Spotlight on Nature, which is one of my favorite stamp sets because I like the florals. And she did the watercoloring on that. And this butterfly is from that same Spotlight on Nature stamp set. So that one again is Luann Peterson. That one in there. This one, so I thought this one was super fun. This one is from Brenda Connolly, and she used bubble wrap. She inked up the bubble wrap and did the circle die cuts. And then this little piece in here. So Stampin' Up! Had a bottle punch. It punched out like a little, like almost like it looked like a little medicine bottle. And she just did that and kind of cut off the top of it to make the little ornament hanger. Very fun. I'm not sure what color that is. Maybe Azure Afternoon. I'm not really sure. This is Granny Apple Green, and then that looks like Poppy Parade. Very cute. And this one, look how ornate that stamp is. Love it. So that one was, who did I say that was again? Brenda Connolly. And then this one is Gail Beth Rice. This is a book fold or bookbind fold. This section right here of the card is adhered together, so it just opens like this. This is a stamp set that is in the mini catalog. I forget the name of it. Something Shepherd something. This is one of those really cool stamp sets. They call them distinctive stamps, where you actually get this shading when you stamp. So you ink, the rubber is actually, the stamp itself is actually designed to do not just the outlines, but the shading also. So very cool. And then these are the dies from the Spotlight on Nature. And then it looks like she just did some blending and then maybe spritz some water or some alcohol, rubbing alcohol on that to give it a little spotty look. Very cute. All these ideas for all of these different fun folds and stuff. I love it. And this one is by Nancy. I messed up the name the last time. I'll show you the name. Nancy Keebler. This one is this is another one of my favorites because it's basically the trees for all of the seasons. So you've got summer, fall, winter, and spring. Different panels. A little thank you. This is a cute little thank you. It looks like she did some blending on the paper before she just see that's white paper underneath. Yeah, so it's white paper underneath, so white cardstock underneath. So she did some blending on it and then die cut that tree out. That's the inside. Cute. That one goes in the envelope. This one is from Pat Stewart. This one, I liked this one too. This little, I don't know how she did this swooshing technique. But I like that. It just gives the background of your front panel a little detail and then stamp that in there. Very cool. And then this one opens this way. This is a gatefold card. It opens like that. Oops, oops. There. And then this one was another one of my favorites. This one is I'm assuming the same thing, that this is the changing leaves. And it looks like she inked up her stamp with the lighter color, so crushed curry probably, or yeah, it looks like crushed curry, and then came in with some Cajun craze and looks like maybe some shaded spruce or mossy meadow in there, maybe mossy meadow, and then stamped it onto the cardstock. And this has got a couple layers in there, layer on the inside. That one was, did I say what that one was? I don't think I did. Cheryl Lee from Stamping Upstairs with Cheryl. So the other thing that's cool too about this is when you get these, you can, like, now I can go follow some of these people and maybe see their videos. Maybe they've got some tutorials on how to do this exact same thing. So this one is from Amy Rudd. This one was kind of cool. So this is this, to me, this looks like Cajun craze, pumpkin pie and crushed curry on basic white, and then this is Cajun craze. And after she adhered these 3 layers down onto the white, she actually get that angle. She embossed the whole thing with the white right on it. So she got that whole background together. And then I have no idea how she did this little spotty technique on the leaf, but that's kind of cool. And what you can't see is she used Wink of Stella on the leaves. They sparkle just a little bit there. And then inside there. And then we have this. Oops. I mean, you can see them all because they're all here on my desk, but this one is from Yvonne Wood. She used the You Are Beautiful stamp set, Zinnia embossing folder. She used Whisper White, Very Vanilla, and then a bunch of different colors, Daffodil Delight and Pumpkin Pie, Calypso Coral. That's the Calypso Coral, Melon Mambo, and the Old Olive. And this is, you can't see it on the camera, and I'm sure I can't get it in there. I'm trying, but it's embossed. So it's a feely card. I love feely cards. Love feely cards. So there's that one from Yvonne Wood. Oops. That one is there. And then this one, I didn't know who this was because this one didn't come with a name, which is too bad because this is a beautiful card. I love these colors. This reminds me of the whole Northern Lights thing. So I really like that. And this is from the Humble Home. I don't know where the sentiment is from. The tree die is from Frosted Forest. And this, I don't have a lot of these blues, so I'm guessing the purple in here is Fresh Freesia. This is, I think, Pretty in Pink and Smoky Slate. And I don't know if this is Misty Moonlight or Blueberry Bushel. It's one of those two. And if, again, not that I think whoever made this card is watching, I'm hoping that when I watch the video, that the woman who did the swap, I'm hoping when she goes through it, somebody says that they're the one that made the card, so we can give credit to them, because it's always nice to give credit to somebody when they did the card, made the card. So this is Cynthia Howard from North Dakota, you guys. I'm getting the Minnesota, Ohio, North Dakota. I hope these people that I'm getting swap cards from, I hope when they look at my card, they're like, you guys, I got a card from New Hampshire. Isn't that cool? So this one was done using re-inkers on baby wipes. I have seen people do this technique. I think it's messy, and which is why I haven't tried it. But this is very pretty. It's almost like a it's almost like a tie-dye. Looks like a tie-dye, and this whole background is this gorgeous gold paper embossed with, it looks like the timber or birch. I can't remember the name of that embossing folder, but these are from the Changing Leaves bundle. And then that, if you can see that, that ribbon, it's the cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then on the inside, it looks like, I'm guessing this is either crushed curry or Daffodil Delight, maybe Daffodil Delight, and with that little detail stamp behind the sentiment. Beautiful. That was, again, Cynthia Howard for that one. That one in there. And this one, so this is the other one, Cynthia Howard. Ink pads smashed onto a glass plate and then spritzed with water. That's how she did this card. Look at how thick and cute that is. Like, you just get this, like, it's almost like you washed the card with color. Very cool. And I'm going to have to go looking for her on YouTube to see if she has a video on how she did that, because I've never heard of that technique before. So very cool. Cynthia Howard, North Carolina and North Dakota in the house. All right, this one is from Lori Callies. This is a watercoloring technique. So I think that this is from a Paper Pumpkins kit. And this is like peach pie. I think this color is peach pie. But you can see the watercoloring, the detail of the watercoloring in here. And this is an eyelet embossing folder. It's very pretty. I don't have that one. It's cute. There's a nice detail. I don't know what that stamp's from, but very cute. This one was another one of my favorites. This one is also from Lori Callies. She did that watercoloring right there, and just really simple. This is on just pumpkin pie, cardstock, with some black ink. I'm not sure where that stamp is from. This looks like the vein details of a stamp. I'm guessing it's in the I don't know. I would have to look. But like, if you were to stamp a solid leaf stamp, and then you could stamp the veiny details in it. She just used the veiny details. I think that is really cool. And the little tearing technique down here on the black, just to give it a little detail. This strip right here is watercolored. So she mixed like pumpkin pie and looks like Daffodil Delight maybe in there. And then I don't know how this would be that solid leaf stamp that the veins would go into. And the way that this is, I don't know how she did this, because it's, it's different colors in there, and I don't know. I'll have to go looking for her and see if she has any videos. And two more. We've got two more. So this one is from, these last two are from Amanda Martin. And for this one right here, her ink technique was she took the little ink spot, and did the swooshing on the direct to paper. And then she came in with her Stampin' Write markers and colored just the shirts and the sneakers for the women in there. It says, coffee with a friend is like happiness in a cup. Little coffee splotch there. There's that one. And then this one, she used, this is the Encircled by Nature set that she used here. I'm not sure where the sentiment is from. So this die cut here, this die is from that. This is a stamp that's in there that kind of matches that. And she did this with a, gold embossing powder. So she did heat embossing there. And then this flower is also in that stamp set. And she did the rock and roll technique on this one. So the rock and roll technique is when you ink your stamp up with one color, and then you take the edges and you rock it and roll it in the ink to get just a different color ink along the edges. So super cool and fun. All these different techniques. And like I said, one of the things I really like about that is that you get to maybe go looking for the people on YouTube to see if you can let me just straighten my camera out a little bit there. Sorry about that. Didn't realize I was crooked. I have this line. This card right here reminded me of the I watched a video, and I can't remember now who the demonstrator was, but if you search on YouTube, I'm sure you can find it. Or if I find it after, I'll put that in the comments of this video. But it was the I don't know if she called it the Northern Lights technique or what she called it. I can't remember. But it's blending. It's taking your blending of different colors that look like Northern Lights, and then doing this little white ink swoosh and like drag it down to make it look like that classic Northern Lights. So I'll show you some of these that I did. There's that one. This one this is the only one I've actually mounted on a card. The others I haven't mounted on cards yet. And then this is just doing a splattering technique with your white ink to make it look like it's got stars. This part down here was just doing paper tearing and holding it and masking it. And what I did was I actually did it on this one. I did it kind of twice. So I did it up here once, and then I brought it down a little bit and did it again, shifted it and did it again. So it looks like there's different layers of mountains in the background there. There, I did this one. I don't know how well you can see that one. This one. This was actually my first, this was the one that I did following her video, just without the white streaky part of it. And I didn't have the same tree stamp set that she had. So I used an old stamp set that I had. I think it's a Lovely as a Tree is the old one that I used. Here's this one. And the last one, this one here. It goes. So that's it. Those are my cards. Let me switch back to me and see if I can. All right. So here I am. So I'm going to go and look at these videos and see how see how they come out on both Facebook and YouTube, and then we'll go from there. I'm hoping that I have this figured out so that Sunday, when I do my normal 10 a.m. live stream on Facebook, that I can also stream it over on YouTube. So yeah, Oh, and it's been one of those weeks. So I know I told you on one of the craft room update videos that I was going to try to get those card carousels painted this week, and I haven't even started, haven't even bought paint. So didn't get that done. And yeah. So maybe this weekend we'll see. I can at least get the paint. We'll see how that goes. And yeah. So I'm hoping that this works, and I'm hoping to see you all on Sunday at 10 a.m. I haven't even scheduled the live stream yet because I'm trying to figure this out. So but I'll definitely be there. Guess I should design the card, huh? Well, all right. Have a good night, everyone. I hope that you have a great